everyone. So we are currently we're hoping 2 weeks out of the process of actually getting ready to go home. We are at Banner University, the Nicu, with our daughter Zarina. She's our second baby. I actually already started making videos. I want to say I started making videos probably about less than a month into this, but those videos are for Zarina and for Zarina only. What I did is I created her email and I've been sending her videos as I go. I wanted her to have a good idea of everything that's going on, not only with her health but also like just the journey that we're on. It was very important to me, and I started off with writing things down. I had a journal, but I was awful at it. I was awful at like remembering to write down, and then the moment I wanted to write down, like I totally did not remember any actual like information. So I just started doing videos. I'll literally in my drives or whenever I have time turn on my phone, do a quick video for her, and send it to the email. So she has that already. I thought about making those public, but they're just a little too personal for me. I open up on a level that honestly for some I even doubted like if it was healthy enough for her to like see those later. So there are some that are edited, and there are some that I just was like, okay, there's no need for her to see this. At that point it was more for me, so I just did not send those. But she has a lot of good videos already of everything going on. The reason why I wanted to make videos public is because I want to educate and I want to bring awareness, as much awareness as I possibly can. Not to a specific diagnosis or a specific case. Just through this process, I was looking for answers, like, am I doing the right thing? Is it normal to feel this way? Those sort of things. And there were a lot of things out there that did help me, but I also noticed that there wasn't as much that I could actually relate to, like, oh yeah, that works for me, or I literally had to like nitpick. And I'm not trying to put out information out there that it's gonna work for everybody. I know that that's not gonna happen. That's never gonna be the case. Everyone's case is different. Everyone's life is different. The way we process things are different. But if I could help at least one person or give peace of mind to one person, then hey, that works for me. The little things that I learned, like I've been trying to like bring as much awareness as I can to like my social media pages, but I just think that putting it all out there and then letting someone choose what they want to use and what they don't want to use for their experience, or just honestly, if you're just bored and you turned on this video and you're judging my entire life, God forbid you're ever in this situation, or you have a friend that's in this situation, hopefully you could take something from it. There was one family that my friend told me about, and they have a pretty good fan base. They're called the Aguilars, and they're actually based out of Phoenix. I think that's what made me feel a little bit more closer to them as well, and allowed me to like, okay, like it's okay to laugh, and it's okay to smile, and it's okay to have a good time during this process. And because they didn't have actual like a lot of footage or like in the moment footage, but they did have videos and pictures, small clips from their NICU stay. They had a whole different diagnosis. They were in there for leukemia, so different, but still I was able to take something from their experience. I reached out to the Aguilars, and I thanked them for putting themselves out there like that, and for allowing me to find to find peace out of their videos. So again, if I could do that for somebody, great. If I can't, then oh well. I think I've told this to my daughter in one of the videos. Everyone has something to learn from someone else and from someone else's experience. So I'm gonna just put it out there, and hopefully someone can get something from it later on. Another reason why I'm doing this is because honestly, being out here, being in this situation, the best thing for me has been to stay busy. If I am not busy, and I get bored or I get into my feelings and into my thoughts, I find myself going to a very dark place. Now, I'm not saying I don't give myself time for my emotions or my feelings or anything like that. I do. I've been on top of my mental health. I've been on top of like, how am I doing today? How's everything, how am I feeling about everything? I talk to my husband, I talk to my friends. Like I said, I do videos for Zarina, I have my journal, I'm praying. I'm very much on top of it. It's when I overthink things that I'm just like, okay, no, don't go there. Which I'm really good at. I'm really good at overthinking, which is not a healthy thing at all. So yeah, staying busy and just, helping others in the best way that I can is what's really been helping me. And just conversating, honestly, just having conversations about all of this. At first, that was very hard. Just talking about everything that was going on was extremely hard, but it's getting easier and it's getting better because it's my new reality. It's our new way of life, I guess you could say. So for those of you who don't know, I went into labor at 24 weeks with my daughter. She was born at 24 and 5 days. Sorry, 25 and 6 days. Yeah, the next day she would have been 25 weeks. So a 24 weeker. July 10th at 4:53, I gave birth to Zarina Rose Gench. The birth was hard. The birth was hard because in my mind at that point, I wasn't worried. I wasn't realistic about it. In my head, I just wanted her to come out okay. I wanted her to survive. I wanted her to be here, be with me be able to hug her and kiss her, and that's all I worried about. I didn't worry about, because I had no idea. I had no idea what Nicu really, what it really was. I had no idea what it meant to be premature. I had no idea of any of the sicknesses that come with being premature. Yet, everything that's happening to her so far, I keep hearing, oh, it's coming, don't worry, it's coming. So I just wish I would have known more. And I know that's hard because obviously when you're pregnant, that's not where your mind is at. That's not where your mind wants to be at either. It's one of those things like, why would I bring that upon me? Like, why would I bring that voodoo upon me? But I'm getting educated now, and I think that's what's important. Both Z and I have been like research since we started with everything. So I think that's good. So she was born at 24 weeks. She did have your common situations when she was first born, being intubated, the blue ribbon being low, needed blood transfusions, her retina is not being fully developed to the point where she has level 1 retinopathy. I don't know if I said that right. Pretty much says that the retina is not fully developed yet and it can cause blindness, but right now she's only at a level 1, which is the very, very, very mild. So we'll see how that goes. It's something we're gonna have to continue to go forth with. The one thing for sure that we do know, Zarina had brain bleeds when she was born. We did not find this out until a week after, because when you were born premature, a week later, they do the brain scans. We took that information really, really hard. It was really tough on us because to this day, we don't know what that means. We don't know what level 4 brain bleeds mean as far as what it's going to do to her. What are the long terms that are going to happen? It's a wide board, and it could fall anywhere. It can be the mildest of cases, and it could be like a severe deficiency. I honestly have no idea how to even explain it, because it's very hard for me still, not knowing. What I do know and where my mind is at is that day by day we're going to take it, we're going to see her development, and we're going to try to correct anything, and we're going to try to catch it. And we are very, very, very much dedicated to making her life the best we can make it. So again, all it means really is that there's going to be there's brain damage is what it is. And we just don't know what that means as far as development. It's something we're not going to know until she starts developing. I've seen cases of a 2-year-old, it is out there on the internet, a 2-year-old who could walk walk and talk by 2 years old, and they did not find anything wrong, as terminology is so scary, but they couldn't find anything wrong until he was in school, and his defect, if you want to call it that, is that he can't print. He can write and he knows what he's writing, but no one can read it because he's not able to print. So in this case, what this little boy needs is a typewriter, and he types at school and he gets by perfectly fine. It's just he cannot print. So there's that, and then there's also your cases of needing a wheelchair for the rest of your life, needing a feeding tube for the rest of your life. I think we're past the feed tube because she already has her feeding tube removed. She's drinking out of the bottle herself. So hopefully that, I mean, I don't think we're there. It doesn't mean that it can't happen. So I'm just as a mom, my mindset is I'm going to give my daughter the best life I can. And I don't think there's no right or wrong in this situation. And I also, a doctor told me that we learn stuff. We don't come out being these immaculate people that know how to do things. We learn it. So what this means with her is that, okay, maybe that part of the brain is that tells you, hey, this is how you pick up a pencil. That part of the brain can be damaged, but we are aware and we know what's happening to where we could redirect that area of the brain to like another area of like, okay, well, this is how I'm gonna hold a pencil. So we'll see. I have a very positive, I feel a very positive outlook on it. Me and Zafir have lived an amazing life as before kids, and one thing we always told each other was like, play hard, work hard, play hard later, work hard, play hard later. And we always told ourselves, like, we are building for our future. We're always building for our future. Like, yes, we're living in the now, but we're building for tomorrow. And once we had our kids, we knew that that's what we wanted. We knew that our life was now about our kids, and we were okay with that because we've lived a great life. This is what we're like setting up for, if you want, say it that way. What I'm trying to say is we knew what we were setting up for. And now with Zarina, we know what we want and we know what we're building up for. And if that means having to do and sacrificing more for her, then that's what we're gonna do. Like, I'm a huge believer in kids did not choose to be born, or kids did not, we made that choice as a couple and as people building a family. We made the choice to have another child. We made the choice to have 2 kids. So we have to be able to provide for those kids. That's just me, and that's how I see it. So yeah. Another thing with her diagnosis is that she, and with it, prematurity on its own, is cerebral palsy. I can't even say it. I've been calling it CP because I do not know how to pronounce it. I can write it, but I can't say it. Cerebral palsy. Yeah, okay. CP. She is already showing signs of CP. So all it is we're able to do right now is just kind of correct those little things that we're seeing by giving her massages, kind of like she has this area of her thumb is kind of like staying locked in this form. So what we did is we put splints here to help her stretch that area out and to remind her like it doesn't stay locked, it goes up here, reminding her muscles, I guess you could say. That's one of the things. Also, her left leg, she has a lot of tension in it. It's like staying locked up. It's very hard to move. So just with massage, she gets massages once a day. Hopefully Dad is doing those while I'm out of the hospital. But she's getting massages, and the last few times that I did them, I did start to notice a huge difference in that. During this process, my husband was able to get time off. that has made life so easy. Here's why. And here, if things would have been very different, I think I would be a whole nother person throughout this process. When I had Zarina, I had to stay at the hospital for the 2 extra days. It was like 1 or 2 days, and she's downstairs at the Nicu. Dad was with her. We made a plan from the moment I went into labor, and the plan was our kids are not going to stay alone. Like, our kids come first. I told him, like, don't worry about me if I'm alone. Like, you worry about the kids and you make sure the kids are okay. I will be fine and I will take care of myself. And as long as I can be with Zarina, like, you know, we'll take care of everything else. I just don't want Ibrahim and Zarina to be alone, or to be too far, you know, away from us for too long. So when I had her, he was with his tia Bronte, and then from there went to my mom's. Then from my mom's, his godmom picked him up. And mind you, this whole time I'm still in labor, so my head is just like, let me know how my kid's doing. I need medication. And then literally I had her at 4:50 something, 4:53. They were already in Phoenix. Him and his Nina were already there. The plan at that point was, because we were hoping I would be in labor for another day. At that point, the reason she was coming to the hospital was to meet with my brother, so that my brother could take him with him here in Phoenix, and that way I could be closer to him and he could be closer to us. But she came out, Zarina came out, and so I actually got to see him, like, I want to say like an hour after I had her. They were already at the hospital with me, and I was able to love on him. He wanted nothing to do with it because he was excited about the hospital and being in a new place. But I was able to, you know, just, so all of that, you know, that feeling of like when you just have a baby, how like emotional you are and how just loving you want to be and cuddly. I was able to do that with him, thank God, because not being able to do that with Zarina was really rough on me. So he then went to my brother's house, and the day I was discharged, I went and I stayed with him because, again, I just wanted to cuddle and be loving and be a mom. I wanted to be a mom and let, you know, all of that out, and I wasn't able to do that with my daughter, so luckily I was able to do that with my son. And for those 2 days that I was at the hospital, I was just worried about my kids. Like, where are my kids? How are my kids? Is he okay? I mean, I knew he was okay, but I was worried about his routine, his schedule. Like, are they talking to him the way I talk to him? Are they correcting him the way I correct him? And I know the answer is no, because no one's mom and no one's dad, and everyone mom and dad so differently. But I was just concerned for my kids, both of them, because you know, when so much can go so wrong, you just want to be able to, like, do the little things right, is how I felt. So luckily Z was able to stay at the hospital. He got the entire time off. Right now we're actually waiting to make a plan of when he's going back to work, but it's also hand in hand with Zarina going home. So hopefully I won't be out here without Z, which means, you know, being able to stay with Ibrahim. So with Z staying here and not having to go to work, what works best for us is I stay at the hospital, and while I'm at the hospital, he's with Ibrahim, our 1.5-year-old, and then we meet up for dinner. We have family dinners. I hate to use the word right now, family, like family dinner or family this or that, because I feel very incomplete without my daughter out. So I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time with that in like family pictures. Very, very rough for me. But so we do meet up for dinner. The hospital hours are 6:30 to 8, both in the morning and at night. Those are the quiet times, so the less, well, they don't allow visitation during that time, and the less, I guess you could say, like, bothersome we are, the better. So that's the time we actually step out to switch. After 6:30, so like at 7, Z comes, if I'm at the hospital, I come down, we have dinner together, and then we switch. So then Z stays at the hospital, I come home with Ibrahim. And that's our day. That's how our days have been going. When we do the switch, one of us will come stay with him, get him down for, by that time he's already fed and pretty, well played already, because it's about 8 or 9, most likely closer to 9. Quiet time at the Ronald McDonald House is 9. So we'll put him down for bed, watch some TV, and in the mornings we do our daily activity, whatever our activity is for the day, lunch, breakfast, and then nap time around 1 or so, 12 or 1, and we wake up, have a little snack of some sort, and then get ready to go to the hospital. While at the hospital, we're just doing cares with Zarina. That's the time we take individually to do like our homework, our emails for work, or anything like that. Z is still teaching while he's here, so he's doing classes, teaching, and he has a test this week, so he's been doing a lot of studying. I myself am taking care of all of paperwork that has to do with her insurance, our insurance, everyone's insurance. It was a mess with our insurance, so I'm now having to backtrack and share all that information. Everything that has to do with access and any of that stuff that we have to get her signed up with, I'm taking care of all of that. I'm going to school still, so I've been taking classes while out here. That's been rough for me because I'm tired. Pumping, I've been pumping still every 3 hours while I'm up here. That's also rough, again, because I'm tired. Pumping is a whole nother job on its own, seriously. Like, pumping is intense. And I've just been doing a lot of research. Ideas come up, and just it's research after research. I have found a lot of organizations for support with the premature families. A lot of resources for Ibrahim out here. I created a whole schedule. I want to make another video about that on our days with Ibrahim and our days with Zarina, and talk a little bit more about that. But I did create a whole schedule for him, and like I said, helping others. We also did a swing drive while we were out here. So I'm still actually thinking and looking for a name to call Zarina's little like organization I'm trying to put together. Since we got here, I've been like, oh my gosh, like, yes, we're lucky and we're very blessed for being in the position to, I think, go through this with little to no stressors. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's been very fortunate of us to be able to do that, and I know that that's not reality for a lot of families. So I've been trying like really hard to find ways and to come up with different ideas on how I can help and how we can help and how we can give back, because so much has been given to us. Like, even though like I said, we are in a financial place to be able to go through this with to no stressors, we've still been getting so much help, and so much, it's not even economical help or like mandatory help. It's been like support, like the support that is out there, and what people are willing to do when they've been in the same situation you are and how rough it was for them is amazing. I cannot stress enough how, yeah, okay, cool, I probably can do this, or yeah, I can go buy a meal, but the fact that I don't have to because you're kind enough to do that for me, God, that feeling is unbelievable. People giving you clothes, because I had no clothes when I got here. I had no clothes for my daughter. I had no stuff for myself. I literally came to here with PJs, my purse, and sandals. That's it. Luckily, I was wearing a nursing bra that day because I had just got them. So I was like trying to get them, what is it called? Like breaking them in. but you come up with nothing. Like, I had nothing. I lived 3 hours away. Yeah, I had clothes for her. I didn't have premature clothes for her. So the fact that you're welcomed with like bags that have a toothbrush, toothpaste, shampoo, all of this stuff, you're giving clothes, blankets for your kids. Like, I could never thank the people who do that enough. Like, I could never do it. So we've been thinking of ways that we could possibly help others and, you know, be a helping hand during the time of need for others. So I've been like, I have ideas written down. I have ways to do it, like once we get back home, and like whether we do it once a year or whatever way we do it. I've had ideas, and then I heard about the swings and how our hospital didn't have swings. And the reason it came up is because I wanted to bring Zarina her swing just to get her in, like, used to it. And they told me, like, oh yeah, you really should have, because we don't have any. All of our swings are actually broken. So I was like, okay, there we go. Like, that's my first time. Like, this is it. Let's do it. Like, let's make it happen. So thank God we're delivering tomorrow the final batch. We've done like one other delivery. This will be our second delivery. We've done a total of, I think we have a total of 11 swings we will be donating. So 10 plus. For it being such short, I think we took 2 weeks to do it. For it being such short time, and honestly just putting it out there on my Facebook and my friends sharing for me, like, it was amazing. I got donations from a bunch of people, family, friends, people I haven't talked to in years that I went to high school with. I got donations from a complete stranger. I still don't know if this person just wanted to stay anonymous or not, but it's a complete stranger. Don't know their name, didn't leave much information. They just wrote me a little note saying they appreciate what we're doing and they're praying for us and they wanted to help out, so they donated some money. That was amazing. Like I said, people from high school I haven't even talked to in years donated. That was amazing. And one of my teachers actually donated, and she left a simple, sweet note, but it just meant the world to me. It meant the world to me because it's just amazing with everyone, not just that note, with everyone who donated and who made the efforts for us, you know, and who, you know, answered to the call. Like, it's amazing because it's nice to see people coming together, and it's so nice to know that they're being used. We dropped off the first batch last week. Every room down our hall, I think there's 3. Yeah, so 3 kids down our hall they weren't premature, I don't think. They have these swings, and literally every other cares, so which it's every 6 hours, they're using these swings. I don't know if that sounds like a little bit, but considering, I guess because I'm there and I see it, these are just 3 kids who are using these on a daily basis. They needed it because families, unfortunately, aren't there. Not every NICU family is able to stay there. Not every NICU family can get the time off of work. And unfortunately, a lot of NICU babies are there alone, are abandoned at the NICU. So the fact that these swings give them that comfort, it's just so amazing to me. And thank you guys so much. I seriously could never repay any of you guys who donated and who came out to support the swing drive. So yeah, this is almost time's up. Thank you guys again for watching this. Like I said, I'm just hoping that I can help somebody out during their time of need. If you guys do know someone who needs help with resources or anything, like, please feel free to give them my information, and I can help out in any way that I possibly can. I will. Like I said, I'll be making more videos. I want to make a video of how we handled having a toddler versus a kid in the NICU, how we were able to manage that. Don't know how I don't, like, literally have a Britney moment and just shave my head, because it's nuts. It's crazy. It's the way that it messes with your head is crazy. the way I look is crazy, and it's okay because I honestly feel like I don't have time for anything else. So yeah, I'm gonna make a video about that, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So thank you guys so much.